Yordan Alvarez is back in his rehab assignments, and now it's gotten worse for him. He's been out since May 3rd. He has a fractured right hand, which is initially was diagnosed as a muscle strain. Again, man, how do you screw up a diagnosis by that much? I don't think
The
I'll
article
ever
that I
understand.
read, the article I read said that there was so much swelling that they couldn't see
Yeah.
the fracture in the imaging. So like,
Yeah, maybe.
oh, okay, because you've got to wait for swelling to. You're supposed to wait for swelling to go down before you do any
Right,
imaging, right?
right. And they
And
do
so,
rush you into imaging immediately after the injury takes place. And that's just how they do it.
right, especially like as a professional athlete, you
That's
go to
right.
the front of the line.
That's right. You
You're
get looked
not
at
sitting in the
right now.
ER. Yeah, you're
If
not
Major
sitting in the
League
ER for
Baseball
5 hours
teams could
waiting.
have, if they could put X-ray machines in an MRI machine with a whole radiological crew in the clubhouse, they would. Like I think that's
I used
how
to think they did.
intensely I
I
did
used to
too.
think that's how
But
things worked.
yeah,
But yeah, no, that's a lot more money than any team wants to spend.
yeah.
So, or probably
Anyway,
can, to be honest.
he's been out since May 3rd, and he got scratched from a lineup before his rehab game with soreness in his hand. From or back, sorry, not his rehab game. He had a
That was
sore
back
hand
in May.
in April, right? In April, in late April, he had a sore hand, and he was scratched from the lineup during warm-ups for the game. Then the Astros now say he was taking swings at the spring training facility in Florida, and was having some more pain. So then he went to see a specialist. Basically, inflammation was the issue, is what that specialist said, not a fracture. So then the Astros GM Dana Brown says, quote, it had nothing to do with the fracture or the fracture not being healed. The fracture at this point is a non-factor, which we're glad about, but I don't see how that's possible. Anyway, they know more than I do. I'm not in the medical rooms with them, the appointments. But it's like if you if you break a bone in a particular area and you're rehabbing it, okay? I've done this. And then you work it, overwork it, underwork it, work it wrong. There's a million different things that can happen, different variables. And then it gets sore. You cannot then come back and say it has nothing to do with the fracture. What he should have said and what he possibly meant was, this is not a fracture still. Okay, and let's hope that it's not a stress
Well,
fracture or something that has maybe...
I think he was being diplomatic and being very careful with
Right,
his words because of this next thing.
right,
That
yes,
an Astros fan on a Houston Facebook group, so take this with what you will, right?
right.
Said that Alvarez told this person's dad on an airplane with a cast on his wrist, said my ligament popped during my rehab stint and I won't be swinging for 6 weeks.
Mm,
So if the ligament popped, then Dana Brown is absolutely telling the truth and is spot
right,
on that it
yeah,
has nothing to do with the fracture. This is a new injury, if that's the
that's
case.
right. That's right. I agree with you.
And there is inflammation. And that's all they want to say because they don't want to say Yordan Alvarez isn't swinging a bat for 6 weeks. Plus, he's got rehab. Plus, so what's that? That puts us, this is the beginning of July, so that puts us middle of August before he's swinging a bat again. So we
Yeah.
probably won't see Yordan Alvarez again until second, third week of September, maybe.
Yeah, second week probably be the earliest,
Yeah.
depending on how his rehab assignments go, and he's got to get
Yeah, and
cleared as well.
that's not something the Astros want to say at
Of
all.
course not. Of course not.
Especially
Now,
with the way they treated the Kyle Tucker injury. They're not going to
right.
say that with Yordan
Yeah.
Alvarez.
Yeah, that's a great point. That is a great point. Stupid. It's the same, and it's anyway. The Yankees did the same thing with Rizzo, right? Like, anyway,
Right.
it's this thing that happens, and it's so yes, he's being diplomatic. He's painting with a broad brush, and I understand that. That's fine. My issue is that there's I shouldn't say my issue. This reveals how I really feel about the Astros. But the thing that's going on here is that they're still very good, despite not having Yordan Alvarez. That leads me to believe that even without him all the way through August and into September, it's probably going to be fine for the Astros. Not great
Oh
for
yeah.
him, obviously, but they're going to be okay.
Well, and then the thing too is that you get him back in September, and then you have a fresh Yordan Alvarez for the playoffs.
Could be the perfect time.
Yeah.
It could be perfect time.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh is right.
Trouble for the rest of us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially both of our teams.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because my guys can't buy a win right now, not to save their lives.
My guys can't close the gap.
And you guys can't close the gap.
When the Mariners win, the Astros win. The Mariners lose, the Astros lose. It's just like, golly, man. It's unreal.
It's upsetting.
Yeah.
So for those of you wondering if we hate the Astros, yeah, a little bit, but not like regardless of any information. Just like
mine's strictly because of division rivalry.
That's right. That's all it is. It's just that they beat us all the time, and that hurts our feelings. So, but they're a terrific ball club. They have great players. They do incredible things despite every odd. So whatever.